sound a little raspy. Everybody in my family's sick right now, so yeah, it's just before 4. We did come out last night just after dark and combine a few loads, just make sure the combine's working good. Got everybody coming in at 4, and we're gonna go hard at corn and manure. Yeah, it's a little frosty this morning, but the dryer is going to be out of corn in an hour or so. If we can combine for 3-4 hours before the frost, yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think the frost is too aggressive this morning. Shouldn't be an issue, but gonna hit it hard at corn. Hopefully have a big day. See how it goes. But so one thing that we had noticed yesterday is the auger would rub off the auger bed when the corn head was empty. So I don't know if it got pulled down when the chain broke the other day. But why would you be the same size? Just gonna pry it back up a bit and tighten it. Just on the slots there. So. And it won't be rubbing when it's empty. Hey. This combine's old enough that I can still run the separator to let it warm up, but I cannot run the corn head without me being in the seat. So. But let the gearbox warm up a bit while we drive over the corn. Gonna get that rocking. Get rid of that. I think we'll be good to go. That's the first load of the morning on wheels. It's going pretty good. I don't see frost on the plants themselves, and the frost is off the corn head, so I think we're in pretty good shape. See how much we get done here. There's 15 acres to go here, and pretty sure we're just jumping up the road, but it's not 100% yet. We should know by daylight here. Well, we're 5 loads in, I think. One of our dumper drivers had some car trouble this morning. He's still not here. We only have one dumper driver for 2 dumpers, and row number 1 slip clutch went, and will not drive the row under any load. It's still spinning right now under no load, but I've got all the headlamps off, everything opened up, so I can just keep going around and around and take 7 rows. Get done here, and then yeah, we'll figure that out. It's 9 acres to go. Well, 10 acres to go. Just wrapped up and deal with that quick. Probably just gonna run a bead of weld over the shaft again, like we did on row number 5 or 6, and we'll deal with that in the winter as well when we gotta pull the head. To change the slip clutch on that row, I have to pull the shaft out of every row because it comes out the end. It'd be quicker to run a bead of weld. The shaft's pooched anyway, it's spun. The weld's not going to hurt it, and just do that way and get through the year and do the rebuild in the winter. So it is what it is. This is just an outside row. I can keep going like this. I'll just have. I know my 8 set up, so I'll have 4 rows at the end on each finish out, but it is what it is. Well, the sun's coming up. The dumper driver has arrived, and I've got 8 rows beside me, which means I have to make 1 round to clean up the field, and the same thing happened in the last strike or finish out. But it is what it is. We get this field done. We're actually allowed to use the customer's welder, so that saves me driving home. Because the next farm that we're going to is kind of straight up the road, so that works out good for us. Get this field wrapped up, get that welded up, and carry on with the day. Hopefully things just roll now, but at least I better stop. Come on, Christian! Come on! Yeah, that's 15 acres done today so far. Alright, that's this field wrapped up. It even worked out to a perfect, it might be a little bit more than a dumper should take this load, but he's going to take it all. Yeah, I like taking 2-3 rows because you can put your center snout down the outside and you can see if there's kernels in that inside or outside row, whatever you want to call it. You know that was coming out of the combine. Looks pretty good. Combine empty out, run up to a shop, use his welder quick, and move to the next feed. Well, a few hours have passed. We got that row welded up. It's working great. Had to wait on a dumper. I don't know if they had an issue with the elevator or what the deal was, but good time as any to go out and check. We got one that was ran over. That was lost at the head. One on top, another one on top. I think we're looking pretty good. 2 kernels in a square foot is a bushel, so. And yeah, 240 bushel corn. If you only have 8 bushel per acre, you're 0.5%, so not even 0.5%. Looking pretty good. There's always the odd one. But yeah, it is 29% corn, so it takes a lot of horsepower to brush it off. But I could probably open my rotor a little bit more. I don't see any cob or any kernels on the cob. Looking pretty good. I did have my spinners plugged, just randomly. I don't know if a watch went through the head, and it's getting better now that the sun's out, but it was pretty tough there at 7:30, 8 o'clock. Everything, like, it wasn't wet, but it's just tough still. So yeah, there's always header loss. It's worse when you stop because then the feeder house cleans out. But even on 29% corn, there's header loss. We do have 360 chains. I don't have them both sides of every row because they really pick up trash, or they strip the plant really dirty. But I should, it might be time for new brushes on those center ones. Yeah. Going okay. There's 50 acres here, so we're 15 in. So hopefully everything holds together and carry on. Got the sample looking pretty good here. It's definitely a variety thing. Don't mind my camp corn. But yeah, some varieties I cannot keep the cob out for some reason. one full buggy load. That's our last. We have a 1,000 bushel buggy, 400 bushel combine bin, just under 400 bushel, and the dumpers haul 800 bushel with change. I fill the buggy right up. We're waiting for a dumper. He goes and dumps 800 bushel. I've got 400 bushel combine at that time. By the time we unload on the dough, I've got to put another half dump in him. And he's got another 800 bushel for the next dumper. Usually we wait for one dumper, the next one comes really quick. So everything's sized pretty good. One thing we could to improve efficiency is a bigger buggy, whether it's 1200 or 1400 or even a 16. Have two dumpers sitting on the buggy if we never needed it. And we just combine until he's got 800 bushels and the dumper's here. We send them away. If the dumper isn't here, we just combine it, and if the dumpers get ahead of us, we might need to do it headlands or breakdown or something like that. At least we have corn on the buggy to keep the dumpers busy. This is a little further away. This is a 15-minute haul for the dumpers. It's not terrible. That new pit, we would always have to use 3 dumpers to go this far. Tim is keeping up good if they don't have issues or if they don't have to wait for somebody to line up the elevator or the pit. It's all been useless. Changing the time that people drive in between wagons. It's just us hauling in or 1 or 2 other people. That increases efficiency. Not a lot of people that are bringing corn in say that it's a massive improvement. It's saving them labor, saving them time. It's definitely a good investment. I'm happy we did it. It was a lot of work, but it's there forever. It's really, I would say it's spent 100%. It's made it easier. Just can't seem to get the rhythm today. Ugh. We're in 27 acres now. I'm waiting every other load. There always seems to be somebody in front of the dumper that doesn't have. Finally got the slide gates done on one dumper, like so it has 3 doors, and there's always somebody in front of the one that dumps slower. So here, so we have to wait 30 seconds off, 2 minutes for them every time. I had sped my rotor up when I was having horsepower issues with how tough the stocks were this morning. I could probably slow it back down again. Kind of chewing it up more than I need to. But yeah. Ugh. We pulled in and did 2 loads out of this field almost 2 weeks ago. 2.5, 3 weeks ago almost. Dropped 1 point. So it is what it is at this point. I don't think the corn's gonna dry down anymore, or at least we're not gonna wait for it anymore. There is the odd stock going down. It's not terrible yet, but I think it's time. It's just time to get this wrapped up. The forecast is looking decent for this week, so hurry up and get it done and get it done and over with. Okay, it's now 4 o'clock. We had a brief intermission. Our new receiver bit broke for the first time. This happened. I never looked inside the gearbox distal that came on that auger. We just slid her down in the hole and everything worked. There is no hanger bearing on the bottom of that auger. We were told we didn't need one because of how slow it runs. Come to find out that the only thing holding that auger to the gearbox is 4 most time-consuming part was extracting the broken bolts out of the motor gearbox. Well, we got a right full buggy and a right full combine. We just gotta wait for our one dumper and then I can leave, and then the second dumper will grab the rest of this corn. And I think we're gonna go play in some corn around our place. We're close to our place for the rest of the night. It's 20 after 6. I did notice that my feeder house chain has jumped. One sprocket jumped, the other two are still straight, so we'll go combine close to home, and if that completely gives out, then at least we didn't drive. Because our next customer is kind of 15 minutes north of us, so that'll be the second last custom combining job, and then the rest is our corn. So. Yeah, I was hoping to do more acres today, but yeah, the pit braking and I don't know, the dumpers just couldn't get out of the rhythm today. We were always waiting on one dumper. We almost needed 3, it seemed like, but I don't know why, because we didn't need 3 and we were hauling further away a couple weeks ago. It's what it is. We'll wrap it up here and pull in our corn for the night. Okay, we're moved to a field by our house. We'll go until I run out of fuel, but something interesting that I know I've never touched base on the flagship combines is they have self-leveling sieves. They go side to side. The whole cleaning system can roll and twist with the lean of the combine. So right now we're leaning at a -5-degree angle. So my sieve angle is counteracting that to keep the sieve basically it's trying to always keep the sieve leaning slightly to the left. I have a -3 offset put in, and the reason we want it slightly to the left is as the rotor goes around, majority of the material or grain falls out on the right side of the combine, so you want your sieve sloped slightly so that it works its way down the sieve and you have the most cleaning capacity possible out of the sieve. So yeah, as it goes down the field, as you go over the hills, it just rolls and keeps that sieve at a -3 offset to whatever level it is, I guess. It's kind of fun to watch that number sometimes. Like she really gets working on some side hills, but that's how they. Like, I think John Deere has sieve barriers up their sieve to keep the grain from running to one side. Where in case it's a lot more complicated, I'm sure, but everything pivots to keep the sieve just off level to the left. Alrighty, the last load of the night is off to the elevator. Got my feeder house somewhat cleaned off so I can drop the head in the morning. I'm gonna take a look at that feeder house chain. Yeah, for starting at 4 o'clock, wasn't a crazy acres day. It was kind of disappointing, to be honest. 20, 55, and 15, so 90 acres. Yeah, if I could have that 2 hours back, that the pit broke, and yeah, I just seemed to wait a lot for dumpers today. That makes a big difference. So, yeah, go for the shed, and tomorrow's another day. But I appreciate everybody watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. 2 more days, maybe. Well, 3 more days. 3 more days of corn harvest.